Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicki here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. Today is Thursday, November 16th, and the moon, as we stand here, is in Capricorn. It moved into Capricorn early this morning, out of Sagittarius. Capricorn is a practical, pragmatic, interested in utilizing the energy that it can utilize to make things run more smoothly, to build power, to strengthen the structures of things. That's what Capricorn likes to do. We had a very early morning in conjunct between Venus and Jupiter. As I said yesterday, Venus, Jupiter, and Mercury, Jupiter in conjunct was the day before, but we still have this yod between Mercury, making a communicative sextile to Venus, and both these planets have a 150-degree aspect to Jupiter, putting Jupiter in the crosshairs of the yod, asking us, what do we believe? What philosophy of life will work here? How does our philosophies need to change in order to take into consideration the issues that Mercury and Venus require? That's communicating and relating. So, so anyway, we also today have Mars making in conjunct to the North Node. Why is that important? Well, it's important because the North Node is in Aries, and Mars is the ruling planet of Aries, and so adjustments need to be made. These adjustments, however, are the kind of adjustments you need to make in order to get along with the rest of society. So we'll see how that goes. We have a Sun Moon semi-square today. This is a 45-degree aspect. I don't talk about it much, but it is the aspect that moves the moon from its new phase, which is connected to the new moon, to its next phase, which is called a crescent phase. And this is when we start to draw our energy inward, and we start working on escaping the ghosts of the past. We have the moon in Capricorn squaring the nodes of its own nodes, the nodes of the moon. This is happening later. Charlie? He ran up towards the street, but he stopped. Hold on. Charlie! Hey! I don't know what he thought he saw. Probably just wants to eat breakfast. The moon squares the nodes, its own nodes, requiring us to look to the past on how we relate before we can move forward. So, are we being mature? Are we being good citizens? Are we being leaders? Hey, where you going? Just jumping around like a nut. Oh, I think he's chasing chipmunks. He must have heard something. All right, so that's what's going on, guys. It's one of those days where a lot of adjustments need to be made. We certainly can make them. I think there'll be also things happening behind the scenes that will manifest itself. Perhaps when Mars and the Sun conjoin on the 18th. That's a big deal. It's a big deal. It happens every 2 years. So you're like, well, what's the big deal about that? It's big because Mars will be making a conjunction in Scorpio to the Sun, and Mars is very powerful in Scorpio. It's sort of a karmic cycle in that on the tree of life it activates the path of cosmic justice, and this particular conjunction is on Joe Biden's Venus, and his Sun. And he is kind of a conciliatory guy. So in a way, it's a superpower for him. And it certainly helped him with NATO. So I think maybe Joe has some things, what's that expression? In his sleeve? Under his sleeve? What's Oh my God. I can't believe I can't remember that expression. Anyway, I think he's got something brewing. And he's kind of been like that. Like, you're like, nothing's happening, what's going on? And then all of a sudden there's some sort of agreement. I've seen that over and over again with him. So hopefully that will extend to help those poor souls in Gaza, give some relief to the Israelis and the Ukrainians. So we'll see what happens with that. But that's what's going on, fellow stargazers. Have yourself a great day. Like and subscribe. I'm having a beginner's astrology. If you are interested in learning about the nodes of the moon and Pluto, the Karmic Axis, which kind of gives us a sense of where we've come from, where we're going, and the direction of our evolution as both collectively with our soul group and also personally. How that works out personally in a chart. So if you're interested in that, that's starting Monday the 20th for 6 consecutive weeks, actually 7, because the last week of the 6 weeks would have been Christmas, so we're moving the last class to New Year's Day. But it should be fun, and all you really need to have is somewhat working knowledge of the signs, planets, houses, and aspects. Although, don't fret too much about the aspects. They're the most complex things to figure out for the most part. So if you have the planets and the houses and the signs down, you're ahead of the game. All right, guys. There will be a link below for that. Take care, everyone. Namaste.